Hi everyone, this video is about my activity, which is the Packet Tracer activity on Chapter 6 that is entitled as the Skills Integration Challenge. So watch this. So the objectives of this activity is to finish the network documentation, perform basic device configurations on a router and a switch, verify connectivity, and troubleshoot any issues. So the scenario is your network manager is impressed with your performance in your job as a LAN technician. She would like you to now demonstrate your ability to configure a router connecting two LANs. Your tasks include configuring basic settings on a router and a switch using the Cisco IRS. You will then verify your configurations as well as configurations on existing devices by testing end-to-end connectivity. So, the requirements or provide the missing information in the addressing table, name the router college and the second switch class B. You will not be able to access the class A. So class B is here and this is the class A. So we'll only be configuring the class B. So use Cisco as the user exec password for all lines. Use class as the privileged exec password and then encrypt all plain text passwords. Configure an appropriate banner. Configure addressing for all devices according to the addressing table. So document interfaces with descriptions, including the Class B VLAN 1 interface, and then save your configurations, verify connectivity between all devices should be able to ping any other device. So troubleshoot and document any issues. Implement the solutions necessary to enable and verify full end-to-end connectivity. So this is the addressing table. So as you can see at the addressing table, it defines the device, names, interface, IP address, subnet mask, and the default gateway of the devices. So first, provide the missing information in the addressing table. So, to give the missing information in the table is the default gateway of the class A, class B, the student 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, to give the default gateway of the student 1 is based here on the um, IP address of the router and the switch, which is from the interface. So that it came from this the IP address. So the student one default gateway is is the so first we'll go here on um, desktop and then IP configuration. So the default gateway of student 1 is 10.10.10.1 because its IP address is 10.10.10.101. So it is its default gateway. So then close. So default gateway of student 2 is same as of the student 1 because they are both connected on the IP address of the switch or of the class A. So 10.10.1. So that's it. And the default gateway of the student 3 and 4 is same as of the configuration same same default gateway because they are both connected on the class B switch. So it's 10.10.11.0.1 because they are its IP address is 10.10.11.101. So Next, student 4, IP config. So it's same. 10.10.10.11.1. So just close it. So now, the next requirement is name the router college and the second switch class B. So the router is college and then second switch is class B. So to name it, so um we did not assign the IP. So next is to name the router college. So go here in CLI, then enter, enable, then configure terminal, and then we will give a name for the router as the college. So we will put the host name and then college. Enter. So next is use Cisco as the user exec password for all lines. So we'll put the line console 0 and then password Cisco and then log in, then exit. So next line is line BTY 0 and 4. So put password and Cisco, then log in, then exit. So next is use classes to privilege exact password. So we put the enable secret class and then encrypt all plain text. So to encrypt password, service password encryption, and then configure an appropriate banner. So to put a banner, just type the banner MOTD and then authorize personnel only. Then enter. So next is configure addressing for all devices according to the addressing table. So we'll go here in the addressing table and then to configure. So we're now in college routers. So just type the interface and then gigab gigabit Ethernet 0, and then next is its IP address. So IP address is 10.10.10.10.10.1, and then its subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. Then no shutdown. So exit. The next is the gigabit Ethernet 01. So interface gigabit Ethernet 01, and then next is IP address 10.10.10.1. 10.10.11.1, and then 255.255.2. Then no shutdown. Exit. So next is so document interfaces with descriptions including the class B VLAN 1 interface. So later save your configurations. Then to save the configuration, so exit and then copy running config spaces startup config, then enter. So we configure the router. So next is, you can see the connections here, the dots are become green. So next is class B, and then CLI. So same method. So enable configure terminal, and then the host name for it is class B, because document with discussions including the class B VLAN 1 interface. So class B. Then next is the line cancel 0. So password Cisco, and then login exit. Next is the line VTY04, and then login password Cisco, and then login exit. So next is the password for privilege exec mode. So enable secret class. Next is to encrypt all the text passwords. So service password encryption, and then next is the interface. Um, in, so interface VLAN 1, and then the IP address of class B is 10.10.11.100, and then its subnet mask is 255.255.255.0, and then no shutdown, and then exit. So we will copy the running config. So copy running config startup config. We use this command to save the configuration. So let's verify the connectivity between all devices. So click from student tree, and then command prompt. So let's ping, which is the ping 10.10.11.101. So it has connection for this 10. So we will try next the um ping 10.10.10.101. So it has connections. That's all.